Sadam Ali wins a 12-round unanimous decision over boxing legend Miguel Cotto. Cotto announced that this was going to be his last fight beforehand, and he is apparently sticking to that post-fight. This apparently is the last time we'll ever see Miguel Cotto in the ring. And judging by this performance is just as well, because he don't look like he has much left. It's not just the physical aspect when it comes to boxing, it's the mental aspect. Mentally, is he really what he used to be? Again, judging by this performance, not really. The fight started with Ali establishing his long-range boxing. Miguel Cotto trying to close him down and get some big shots on. But a pivotal moment in this fight occurred in the second round when Cotto managed to back Ali to the ropes and Ali landed a right hand which wobbled Cotto. He followed up with another right hand and some combinations which put Cotto in serious trouble. His legs were gone. He was up against the ropes. And watching it, I was thinking, I can't remember the last time I saw Miguel Cotto in this much trouble. I can't remember the last time I saw him this hurt in a fight. And it was a theme throughout the fight because he was hurt so many times. I'm not sure that I've seen Miguel Cotto ever before in his career hurt this many times in one fight. He was hurt noticeably at least, 4 or 5 times? That to me really was a sign that his decision to retire was definitely the sensible one. Going in, you know. So, credit to Ali, he boxed well. Cotto wasn't able to be relentless. Cotto didn't really throw as many punches as we've seen him throw in many other fights. Ali himself got staggered at one point, and you know, with Ali, we all remember the Jesse Vargas fight. His punch resistance has always been questionable since then. I mean, there may have been instances in his career earlier on, before the Vargas fight, where people noticed his punch resistance was a little suspect, but I didn't see those particular fights, I have to confess. But I did see the Vargas fight, and yeah, he appeared a little fragile around the whiskers. But here against Cotto, he minimized the effect of, you know, punches landing on a vulnerable chin by just not getting hit on his chin very often. Miguel Cotto was able to land jabs here and there, body shots, but in terms of clean power shots on Sadam Ali's chin, very, very few from Miguel Cotto actually landed. It was more Sadam Ali landing his power shots on Cotto throughout the fight, but particularly in the early part of the fight. Early part he did well, and then later on he did well. Miguel Cotto did have a spell in the middle of the fight where he came on a little bit. So, again, taking nothing away from Sadam Ali, but Miguel Cotto, to my eyes, was a shadow of his former self, a shell of the man that he used to be. Sadam Ali captures the WBO super welterweight world title. Predictably, he's been getting called out left, right, and center. He is a welterweight who's moved up specifically to face Miguel Cotto for one particular fight. So a lot of the junior middleweight / super welterweights are looking at him like lunch, looking at him like a snack. Even Kell Brook, who's a welterweight himself, looking to move up to 154, he's also looking at Sadam Ali like a snack. And Eddie Hearn has straight away called Sadam Ali out to face Kell Brook. How do I think that fight would go? I think it would be a good fight. Kell Brook, you imagine, would be the sturdier of the two in terms of his punch resistance. But Sadam Ali showed good power against Miguel Cotto. He's not a devastating knockout artist, and obviously Miguel Cotto has seen better days. His punch resistance may not be what it used to be. But Sadam Ali's never been feather-fisted, I can tell you that. So how would his power translate against someone like a Kell Brook? Would he be able to hurt Brock? Would he be able to exploit those fragile eye sockets that Kell Brook seems to have? You let me know what you guys think of that potential matchup and all the other matchups potentially that could be made with Sadam Ali at light middleweight with that world title. You know, I can't help but feel happy for Sadam Ali, actually, because he wasn't supposed to win this fight. He was brought in as a sacrificial lamb for Miguel Cotto's swan song, but he's upset the apple cart, pulled off an upset victory, and potentially set himself up for life financially. So you can't help feel happy for the guy that he's managed to achieve what maybe a lot of people never thought he would be able to achieve in boxing, which is becoming a world champion. And now, as I say, it's about securing his securing his future for himself and his family financially. Yeah, so we'll see where he goes. We'll see what big fights he can be involved in next. He might choose to move down. He might choose to go back to welterweight potentially, or he might choose to try and take on somebody coming up from welterweight. He might feel like that's an easier way to go. For example, let's say Keith Thurman wanted to hold 2 belts in 2 different divisions, right? Or 3. Yeah, he's got 2 belts at welterweight. Let's say he stepped up to light middle and he wanted to capture a belt there. Sadam Ali would be a guy Keith Thurman might target because he's also just a blown up welterweight. So Ali might entertain that possibility rather than take on the likes of the Charlos, etc., at light middleweight, who are legitimate guys at that weight and they're very big and strong. Frank Warren has Liam Smith. Warren's always had a very strong relationship with the WBO. I'm sure he'll also be looking to try and get Liam Smith in there, or maybe one of his other guys at super welterweight, light middleweight, whatever you want to call it. He'll be looking to get one of his guys in there against Sadam Ali. Everybody's going to be looking at this guy like he's a snack. Anyway, let me know what you feel about Ali's victory over Miguel Cotto. What impressed you? As I say, Ali's got good legs. He moves around well, fast-handed, throws good combinations. He stuck to his game plan in this fight. Cotto didn't do a very good job of cutting him off. I think once he'd hurt Cotto a few times, Cotto was more cautious about coming in on him. So that gave Sadam Ali a cushion. It gave him a certain amount of space in the ring where he was able to move relatively freely, get off his shots, and be comfortable. Against the guy who's younger, has better punch resistance, who applies more pressure, Sadam Ali might find himself in a lot more difficulty than he found himself in the Miguel Cotto fight. You have to realize that Cotto allowed Ali to do certain things in there because Cotto was wary of the power after getting hurt early on. So, yeah. Let me know how you feel about Sadam Ali's performance. How far do you think he can go? Is there anyone at junior welterweight in the top 10 or any of the champions? Sorry, not junior welterweight, junior middleweight in the top 10 or any of the champions that you think he could beat? How do you think he would do against Kell Brook? How do you think he would do against Liam Smith? How do you think he would do against the top welterweights who are now the weight division below him? Let me know how you feel in the comment section below, people. It's happening. I'm out.